Okay, in this unit we're going to learn how to write the numbers from 1 to up to the millions. And you really don't have that many vocabulary words, even less than it looks like if you look at the list on the board I have here, to get from 100 all the way up to millions. And so let's start with the word for 100. Now when you learn the word for 100, you had CN if 100 was by itself, and then this word was when it was combined with something else. For example, 101 would be ciento uno. But if you notice, most of the other 100 words are just a plural version of this one with a number stuck in the front. 200s is dos cientos, 300s tres cientos, 400s cuatro cientos. And then the 500 one, and you have 5, 7, and then 9 over here that are your odd ones. But 500 is quinientos. Pronounced like someone whose name is Kenny and last name Entos. Quinientos. Quinientos is 500 and has a plural at the end. And then at 6, it's back to 600s. Seis cientos. Siete cientos for 700. Ocho cientos for 800. Nove cientos for 900. Okay. Now notice that 7, 9, and 5 are your odd ones. And 7 and 9 both do something similar to what they do with the 10 words. Setenta for 70 without the I. Noventa for 90 with the UE changes to a O. Okay. Those are my words for 100. Then I have the word for 1,000 is mil, and the word for a million is millon. Now, the 100 goes plural when there's more than one. Million goes plural when it's more than one. And then the word mil always stays singular. And we'll look at that in our next example, where we look at a number that we're going to translate from the words to the numbers. Okay, now if you see the word written out, there's one clue that I want to give to you. And that is when you see the word million or millions or the word mil, you think of a comma going in that place, or a period. You may not realize it, but periods and commas in numbers are the reverse of the practice that you might see in other countries. They use commas where we use periods and vice versa. But let's look at the number we have here on the board. Okay, we start off with 237 million. And notice the word million is plural there. But you have 236, comma. And then you have 357 and the word for 1,000. So that's 236, comma, 357, comma. And notice again that the word meal, even though there's more than one, is still just a singular version. It doesn't change to plural like the millions right above it did. Okay, now at the end, we have 236,357,504. Okay, now occasionally this will happen when you have the words written out and you're trying to convert it to a number. And that is, there's a 0 in there somewhere that doesn't have a word to go with it. In this last part of the number, we have 504. We don't have a word for the 10 slot, so that would be 504. And you want to be careful when you do this, and it's helpful if you put your commas, because then you can tell how many numbers are supposed to be in each section. But put a 0 there. So we have 236, comma, 357, comma, 504.